As we all know, Need for Speed is finally making its way to PC on March the 17th with unlocked frame rate and 4K resolution support, but now I have the minimum and recommended PC requirements for the game, as well as supported driving peripherals. Now thankfully, they have actually detailed what the minimum recommended are for. So minimum is for 720p 30, recommended is for 1080p 60. That's always nice when we get that clarification because very few people do, kind of leaving us to guess what means what. So let us begin with the minimum requirements. Naturally it's Windows 7 or later. CPU will need to be at least an Intel Core i3-4130 or equivalent with 4 hardware threads, 6 gigs of RAM, and as for the graphics card, it will need to be a GTX 750 Ti with 2 gigs of VRAM, an AMD Radeon HD 7850 with 2 gigs, or equivalent DX11 compatible with 2 gigs of memory. Hard drive space isn't actually too terrible, especially compared to some of the sizes we've had recently at 30 gigs. Moving swiftly on to the recommended requirements, which as I said earlier is for 1080p 60 with the minimum being for 720p 30. OS is naturally the same, but the CPU will need to be an Intel Core i5-4690 or equivalent with, you guessed it, 4 hardware threads, 8 gigs of RAM, and graphics card wise you'll need a GeForce GTX 970 with 4 gigs or an AMD Radeon R9 290 with 4 gigs or equivalent DX11 GPU with 4 gigs, and hard drive space is naturally the same. As for what game wheels will be supported at launch, we have the Logitech G27, the G29 and the G920. We also have the Thrustmaster TX, T150, T300 and T500, as well as the Fanatec CSR. So there you have it, not too bad, and as I said, they definitely get extra points from me from actually listing what they mean by minimum and recommended. It's a nice piece of information that will help people actually realise, oh okay, so I can run this at this resolution roughly, or whatever, assuming everything is running at, say, medium or what have you. So yeah, that was nice, and not too shabby specs at all. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.